Hi everyone, Dave Bradshaw here. And look, I've had some difficult assignments recently, but this is not one of them because it's a great pleasure to speak to this young man who's been a real joy to watch over the time he's been with us here in Revolution Pro Wrestling. Nino Bryant, of course, the winner of last year's British J Cup, a win that you then translated just a week later into becoming the undisputed British Cruiserweight champion. We're going to talk all about that. I also want to look forward to this year's British J Cup. So let's start with last year, because that day when you won the British J Cup, I remember all those kids running to congratulate you. It was a really wholesome moment. It's actually one of my I've been with Rev Pro a couple of years now. It's probably one of my favorite, in my top few moments that we've had, because it's just such a nice thing. One of those moments where you're like, oh, wrestling's great, you know? And that was just for me as an observer. So for you, obviously at the heart of that, to have that moment must have been really special.
Yeah, man, it was unbelievable. Like, I'd obviously just debuted in Rev Pro a few months before, and I was working for a moment like that. And did I know that that could be the moment? Yes. Was it expected? I believed I could do it, but there was no guarantee, you know? I was in there with some of the best cruiserweights in the country, in the world, and I knew I could be at that level, but to go in there and prove it, I don't know, man. It was just I'd worked so hard for so long, and that was evidence of that work. And then, on top of that, all the pressure I'd put on myself to succeed, and then to have that moment where all the kids were just so excited and run down to the ring, that was so special. So great to have that connection. I don't know. It was unbelievable to see in their faces. Looking over the ring, there's so many of them. They were trying to reach for the trophy. It was just, it was unbelievable.
Is it weird to go from because, like anyone who comes into Rev Pro at an early age, obviously to start with you had more losses than wins, right? Because you do, most people do. And you were just about starting to build a bit of momentum before the British J Cup, but you hadn't really had that defining moment.
No.
And then to suddenly get that, and to suddenly see that you're a role model to all these kids, and that the spotlight is very much on you, because just a week, as I said, a week after that, you're going to challenge them for the undisputed British Cruiserweight title. You're still a very young man. It's very early in your career. Was that pressure or privilege or both?
I mean, I guess it's pressure because it's everything I've worked for, but it's not heavy on me, you know? This is what I've worked for. This is exactly where I want to be, where I need to be. And now it's just the time for it, you know? In that moment, I knew I'd won the British J Cup, this tournament that I've watched since I was a little kid. I watched Jushin Thunder Liger win it. I watched Michael, who was someone I was looking up to, someone I was training with at that point, go and win the trophy. I knew it was in my future. I knew it was something I could do. And I did it on my first attempt. And then knowing the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship was one win away at York Hall, a venue that means so much to me. It's this is the time. This is it. I think I just knew.
Really?
Yeah, I think I knew I had it.
It wasn't because I was wondering what that week in between must have been like, because there must, in my mind, I'd be like, there's every chance I just had this amazing moment.
Yeah.
My balloon's going to get burst 6 days later. But sounds like you were saying in your head, it was no, this is what's happening.
Yeah, I think I always felt more pressure for the British J Cup. Even though it might not be expected for me to win, because there's 8 competitors, everyone's taking their guess who could win it. I felt the pressure to prove myself there, where once I'd won it, I knew it was, winning breeds winning. When you can win, you know it's in there. So it's just I just had all the confidence in the world going into York Hall.
So as we know what happened next. You won the title, and embarked on what was a 6-month reign as the undisputed British Cruiserweight champion. A reign that was punctuated by so many classic defenses. In fact, a lot of Rev Pro fans talk about your reign as one of the great Cruiserweight Championship reigns. How did it feel as that reign gathered momentum? Because again, sometimes I feel like when you're in the middle of something, maybe you don't realize how special it is until afterwards and it's finished, and people say, oh man, what about that match with Leon Case? What about this match with whoever? All those kind of moments. Did you know at the time that you were doing something special, or was it just, oh my God, I'm the champion with a target on my back, I've got to survive?
I think you say do you only realize when it's over? I think I did realize slowly throughout. So initially, target on my back straight away, immediately after the York Hall moment. the culmination, everyone there celebrating with me, like that was an achievement. And then I felt that target. And the first person I had coming for me was one of the best cruiserweights in the world, Robbie X. And I felt that pressure there. But then at the anniversary show where I beat Robbie X with Juice and Thunder Liger watching, that felt like a moment like, this is special. This is a special moment. And now it's time to make it a special reign. And then from then, after each defense, I could just feel that, like, I could feel how special it was as we were going, you know? So yeah, we were good.
And so obviously that reign ended in December at the hands of Joe Lando. Another great match, though, by the way. And then since then, I think 2026 has been a little bit frustrating for you, I get the sense, because obviously you've had this constant issue with Shah Samuels in the first half of the year. That seems to be, maybe, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe in the rearview mirror now. And you're looking now at another British J-Cup, which is coming up Saturday, June 27th in Stevenage. You're going to enter it. It's been announced already that you're in the tournament. You could be the first person to win it twice, to win it back to back. And then obviously if you were to do that, you would go on to challenge for the undisputed British Cruiserweight title again, this time at Wembley Arena at our 14-year anniversary in August. So are you feeling like, I'm back to being able to focus fully on that Cruiserweight division now? Where do your brothers factor into that? Because obviously you still team sometimes as a group. What is your focus as we head into this busy summer in Rev Pro?
So yeah, you're exactly right. Shah Samuels feels like he's defined my 2026. Like, just been there in the background constantly, causing problems for me, even in my moments, teaming with my brothers against the demand. Like, he's just there. And yes, I do feel like I can put that behind me for now. It's not over with Shah. Nothing's changed about how I feel about it or him. But yeah, I'm ready to move on because I need to achieve. I need to get back to the glory of the cruiserweight division. Like, I truly believe right now I'm the best cruiserweight in this country. And it's time to evidence that. And I'm entering the Bradshaw Cup 2026. And it's that time now. I look at this tournament. I look at the fact that people enter this tournament multiple times, but they've only won it once. I have the chance to go in there and win it again, be the first man to win the British J-Cup for a second time. And not only that, I can be the first man to win it back to back and defend my trophy. I'm so proud of the British J-Cup. I think it is my proudest achievement. You look at the list of names, you look at how few people have won it. It's my proudest achievement. And I'm going to duplicate that and win it again.
That was going to be my final question, really. I was thinking of asking, can you win it again? But I already know you can win it because you've done it before. So, simple question. I think you just answered it, but I'll ask you outright.
Go ahead.
Will you win it this year?
I'm thinking of the words I'm going to say because the answer is yes. I will win it. But the reason I'm going to win it is because last year I came in as an underdog, an afterthought even. But this year, people know who I am, what I can do. But I know that more than anybody. They might know. They might see how good I am. But I know I have the ability to beat every single one of these cruiserweights. And I proved last year that I can do it back to back to back to back. And I have to do it all in one night, the British J-Cup, June 27th. And I'll have my hands on that trophy for a second time.
Nino Bryant, good luck.
Thank you, Dave.